Good morning, Justin.
Paul, Brenda. Oh, all right. Good. Getting ships this morning, Paul?
No, I missed one.
You missed it. Yeah, that's all right.
Okay, get rid of the echo. The echo's gone. Okay. Boone wants to go outside. You want to let him out? Just leave it a
You
crack.
doing this morning, Brenda?
Let him out. Let him out. He'll chase him. It's fun to watch him go. Where's the squirrel?
I don't know. I think he's something. But
Oh, he chased it, went up the tree. He was out in the yard. Boone, you're a wild child.
can't say I'm a big fan of Greek yogurt.
No. So did you call in?
Yeah,
What'd they say?
Brandon just told me that he was gonna let them know. But they're Brandon's taking time off like the same way. And
Who's that?
he's off obviously on the campus. But Brandon gets stuff over so.
You know, you can put stuff down the garbage disposal too if you have to.
Alright.
The switch for the garbage disposal is on the wall right over here.
Yeah.
That sounded like Randy for a second. Yeah. Doing good, enjoying all the day. We got a little rain last. Yeah, we got a little bit yesterday, not much though.
Just a little bit of rain yesterday.
Yeah, we didn't get much though.
It's going to be a sunny day here today, but then it's supposed to be on again, off again, you know, as usual.
Doug, I could have kicked your butt for what you did earlier. Little turd.
What's that?
Doug.
What's
He
he
wanted to
doing?
come out. He wanted to come out earlier, so I'll go to let him out, and then as soon as he gets on my shoulder, he starts pooping. He just wanted to get out of his cage so he could poop not in his cage. They don't like pooping in their own cages. If they can get out and poop, they will.
Morning, y'all. Brenda.
What's up, Jay?
Paul got him a new roommate.
I have no idea.
Sound,
don't
sounded
know
like
who that
Randy.
It did sound like Randy. I said the same thing. That was just like Randy.
Yeah, Paul's holding out. He got him a new roommate. He's running out of his bedroom.
Randy moved in with Paul.
Yeah.
You weren't on Johnny's show this morning, Joe. What was the matter?
Well, I got up right when he got off.
Well, he don't stay on very long anyway.
Well, he went on, and I got up at about 10 minutes to 7. Walked in the front, turned it on, and it was already off.
Well, like I said, if you
He
don't
gets-
catch
he-
him with
he-
that
Yeah, he
first
changes
hour,
his
he's
time.
done.
He was on for about an hour,
Yeah.
but he changes his time. Sometimes he comes on at 6:30. Sometimes he comes on at 6:45. This morning he came on at like 5 something.
Yeah. So I joined this panel because I
Yeah, I know.
what
I'm
it
not
feels-
talking to y'all.
I
Y'all
know
threw
what it
me under the
feels
bus.
to
Well,
be
what happened?
They threw me under the bus. I'll show you. You want me to show you?
Johnny would never throw you under the bus. Not Johnny.
All y'all. Paul started it. Hold on. Let me make sure I got it. You ain't right. I'm telling you.
I didn't
Well,
watch
I'm
it, so I
telling
don't
you.
know what you're talking about. I didn't even know
Hold
Johnny
on.
was on, to be honest.
Make sure I got sound. Okay.
Now that South Florida is next week, right?
Yeah. Next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Joe says he's going to go next year.
Joe ain't coming.
There you go.
Why?
Joe is not gonna come. I can tell you that. I ain't growing hair, and Joe's not coming.
Joe will come as soon as I grow hair.
Now that South Florida.
Hear that? Throw me under the bus.
Oh, and Koshat went at you, huh?
Yeah, all y'all got me. Paul,
I
Oh,
didn't,
no, Paul. Paul
I
didn't really
didn't throw
say
you under
nothing.
the bus, Joe.
Paul
All he said was you.
he started stirring it.
I just said you were
no.
going next year.
Okay, I won't blame you
Technically-
this time.
Technically, from what I heard, Paul didn't really say anything. He was just saying, "Yeah, Joe said he was coming next year."
Yeah,
What you had said.
I won't blame you. I blame you for starting it, but just putting my name out there. But
It don't take much to get Johnny going. Mention Joe.
threw me under the bus.
Doug, you better relax yourself, man. You all right? Over there tearing it up.
What's he doing?
Just being a wild man. No, last time I let you out earlier, you pooped on me. No.
And that's funny. And I'm gonna throw you under the bus, Paul. Here you go. And Paul, didn't we all explain to you that the 3-minute clips are on the the firmware built into the Air 2S?
Yes, you said that.
Right. He was talking about the cache. That's something completely different. That's how much it stores in your internal memory. That what it does, it's a bigger buffer, so it makes it write faster. That's what they were doing, telling you to increase that and it'll increase your gigabyte. No, it just increases your cache. If it's built in, see, I don't fly that long, so I can't tell you. You know, I don't fly for more than 2 or
Well,
3 minutes at a
the
time.
thing was my Air 2S before, I never had an issue. I could fly for 6 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever, and not
Yeah,
challenge.
but that's a recent a software update they did.
Yeah.
So that was probably at some point when you lost your drone, they did that update.
It could have been.
Because they've been doing a shit ton of updates the last couple of weeks because of that new 360 and all that coming out.
Yeah, they're supposed to have another one up right now. I just pulled all the controllers out and nothing. I don't have it. I did
But
them the other day.
unfortunately, I don't think there's much you can do about that. Unless
And
you
it
can roll
doesn't
back
hurt
the
anything.
software.
All it is give you an extra clip, and all it does, and they don't. It's a seamless change. So it's no effect to anything. It's like taking when you put them together, you're not going to see the split.
No, I have to copy the two and then just load it onto my software, and it just puts it all together.
No issue. If it's split on you, because the Neo, the original Neo, if you do a rocket, it goes up and comes back down. When it gets to the top, it stops, then it starts coming back down and starts. So you do have a split.
Well, what was their reasoning doing that? Was it because so many people were having issues with corrupted files or something?
I think it has to do with the software and the Air 2S because it's old
What's up,
technology.
Logan?
I think it's old
Logan.
technology, and what it does, sometimes if it's writing for a long time, the drone's getting hot and it's messing up the writing.
Good morning, Logan. Good
So
morning, Brenda.
Hey, Logan, it's to protect the integrity of the video. I'm supposed to go shoot that thing today in Mississippi, and it's overcast and nasty looking. Shit.
So when you're shooting 3 minutes, does it stop at 3 minutes or it just splits the video?
About 3 minutes and so many seconds. It doesn't stop.
But
it
you don't.
keeps on going, but it splits it into two different.
You can send the videos together.
Yeah, well, what I do is it shows when I download it, it shows the two files. I put it in, and when it loads into my
Okay, when you
it just loads in together. I don't have to.
Does it look? Well, no, I'm saying put two video files together. Let's say splitting the video or no, or is it pretty seamless?
It's seamless.
You told Johnny this morning it takes you 15 minutes to fly a ship. You don't fly that long.
I have flown 15 minutes. If you listen to it, I said the average flight time for the actual of the ship is 3 minutes max.
Yeah, that's what you said. You said, but he asked you how long you fly. You said for about 15 minutes.
Said I can fly for 15 minutes.
Did not say can. Want me to show you?
Joe, are you getting off on this or what?
Yes.
Justin, what do you think?
Hold on. I get a kick out of your measurements.
That's such you cut it.
Yeah.
I've seen
Well,
the videos where you cut them.
When I take off, by the time I take off and then land again, it's no more than 15 minutes.
And you record the whole time?
No more than 15 minutes.
No, I turn it on and off.
And then you said you turn it on and off. You told me before you never did.
Because actually, each ship video ends up being about 4 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll record 4 to 6 minutes, but he'll usually trim off 2 or 3 minutes of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he does that at the
speed
end.
up and slow down when I'm editing.
But
I've seen plenty of his raw footage.
I know you don't. If you fly 15 minutes, it's because you went around 2 or 3 times. Because it doesn't take that long to get around that ship.
No, but by the time I take off and I get out there and get set, then I fly the ship. Then by the time I leave the ship and fly back, it's no more than 15 minutes.
Well, you got a point there because it's no more than 15 minutes, even though it might be 8. You know?
Including the flying around the
Yeah.
And coming back and hovering until I land, and then I land. And,
in the car.
yep.
Where you landing? Behind the car?
On the side of the car, off to the side behind. But what I do is I bring it to a hover first, and then I walk back and I take my stool and I put it in the back of the car while it's hovering, and then I bring it down.
So is that just a clip you?
What'd you
A
say,
cookie.
Justin? You chipped out.
I said, is that what was just a clip you played of Johnny?
Yeah, that was a Johnny.
Oh, on the panel, I was like,
Yeah. I was showing you Paul was on the panel. Paul was on the panel. That shocked me when I heard Paul. What?
Well, I felt bad for him because I know what it's like to start the panel up, start the show, and nobody shows for a while,
Yeah.
you know? So he was sitting there by himself, so I decided to join.
Well,
as long as you
jumps
got
on.
Yeah, but if you can get like 5-10 people in your chat, they're consistently talking.
Yeah.
But you're by yourself. It sucks when
You're breaking up.
Is there something wrong with your headphones or your microphone, or?
Yeah, you get.
Nah, I just got to put my receiver back on the antenna. I took it off yesterday. I got to put it back on there.
Printed some little rabbits.
Yes, Logan, we did get some storms last night.
I built my own Bluetooth antenna that I use.
In fact, it was raining up until just before I went on Johnny's show here.
He said it rained last night. I didn't hear anything. It must have been rained by him. Oh, I was sleeping good. I printed some little bitty white rabbits with pink eyes. There's little girl rabbits. And then I'm printing some little ones with blue eyes. I'll probably carry those in my pocket or my side pocket and hand them out to the little kids. They got one downstairs, a little boy downstairs. I'm gonna put a little blue one on their balcony where all the stuff is. So when they come out, it'll be sitting there. These are cool. Printed 6 of them. It takes right at 3 hours to do 6 of them. It's because it's got 16 color changes just for the eyes.
Wow.
Yeah, it does the bodies pretty quick, but then when it gets up to the eyes.
Yeah, the eyes.
That's when it slows down.
Up. I tried to change it around to get better color changes, then you gotta leave it alone.
Logan says, did you get any storms last night, Paul? We had a tornado just north of us.
Yeah, it rained pretty good here last night, on and off, all night long.
It didn't rain here at all. We got a little bit of rain, but it wasn't enough.
My son Justin called me this morning. He was on his way to the dump, make a dump run for the business he works for, because the generator went out yesterday that they used to blow in all the stuff. So they're trying to fix the generator. They might have to do a complete rebuild on it. And he was telling me, he said, yeah, I'm hoping that it's not just the coils, because then we'll be going out at noon to do this job. We won't be getting back till 8, 9 at night. He said, but if it happens, it happens, you know. And he was telling me that two of the guys that quit the company recently went to the labor board, and they went to a new pay scale, the way they did it on hours on what you do. So when he hits, he's been hitting like 17, 20 hours and stuff like this overtime, right? They noticed that they're only paying him, instead of $24 an hour, they're paying him $12 an hour, halftime, instead of $36 an hour.
Wow.
So
you
they
know,
went to the labor board, and the labor board says, yeah, they're tallying up all the hours that they owe everybody, and they're going to make them go back. They're penalizing them and making them go back and pay them a full time and a half. I said, we only getting the time. He says, no, they said they're going to penalize them. What you got paid already doesn't count. They're going to make them pay them a time and a half again. And he says, he said, I've got maybe 200 hours like that. I
Good
said,
for him.
that sounds good.
Now, what do you hear from your captain's son?
I hear from him about once a week. And the last thing I heard, he's fine. His wife should be back at the house today. They left Augusta this morning early. So they've been on the road for about 3 hours. So they're probably about 3 hours out. And
an alcohol wipe dispenser. on
Now,
the
is he
desk.
deployed?
who?
Your captain's son.
Yeah, he's still deployed. He won't be back till June.
June. Okay.
And that's if he comes back in June. Yeah, they could extend him to September.
Now, is deployment pay more than just regular pay or no?
A little bit. It depends on where they're at. When he was down in the beginning, he was in hostile areas. He got paid more.
Ooh, that's what I need. I need an alcohol wipe
They
dispenser.
said Iran is recruiting children, bringing children out there to fight. And people have been, according to what's coming up, they said the people have been going out and protesting, and now they're killing the people again for protesting. So it's time to start taking out some big shit. They got that bridge yesterday.
Well,
What they hit that bridge?
they got the Houthis and all those backing them now again.
Well, they know where they're at. They need to blow all their asses up.
Oh, that's what Israel's been doing with them.
Yeah, Israel's doing most of it right now. But whoever blew up that bridge didn't do a good job. All they did was blow the middle part of it up. Should have took the whole bitch down. I would have. They shot it right in the middle and knocked the middle out. I'd have shot that sucker in one of the stabilizations and taken half of it down, or all of it down. To
Okay,
build the whole
yeah.
thing now back, bitch. See, they taught us in the Marine Corps, when you do it, you blow the whole thing up.
Bro. All right, hold on. Jeez Louise. Come on. Come on. You want to come out or not?
What's he doing? Side eyeing you?
I got the door open with my hand out. All right, come on. All right, there you go. Are you happy now? You got to come out?
Yeah, he gets the shit on you again.
No, he already went to the bathroom. He's good. What? You know, big boy? Oh, I know. You're a good boy. You just want to come out and sit with me? Yeah, you just want to come out and sit with me? Tired of being in the cage? you up to, JDS?
Locking your internet price for 5 years and get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi.
Good boy. You a big boy? There. You can go up on the desk. Is that what you want to do? There you go. Move all this stuff out of your way because you're tearing everything up. Oh, no, careful. Careful, bud. Don't go back there. No, you're gonna fall off the desk. You go back there. Yeah. You're gonna fall off the desk. You go back there.
Justin's freaking out today because the mom's going to be there overnight. And he says, where's she going to stay? Is she going to take my room and I got to sleep on the couch? Or is she going to go stay in a room with Victoria? I said, well, it's their house. It's her house. So roll with it. Shut up. You know? He said, well, I'd like to know. I said, probably going to stay in Victoria's room. She's probably not going to put you out.
Douglas, my sweet boy. Hello, I haven't seen you in a while, huh?
What's up, John? What's up?
Justin,
Yeah.
the kids are watching your dragon.
What?
Aubrey's holding them right now, talking to him,
Good.
petting them.
You're not digging your paws in it.
When you're done with them, you can put them back in right there.
Hey, Justin, on Whoop,
What?
they've got 48 Energizer Max AA batteries, $20.
That's a pretty damn good deal.
Yeah, it is.
About 50 cents a battery. Not bad.
Not bad for the Energizer Max.
The only thing I hate about Woot though is there's no search engine, which is stupid.
Yeah.
You have to sit there and just scroll through everything. Like you
I
can't just
hate
look
that.
for specific stuff. Like they have categories, but then you got to sit there and scroll through the categories. You know what? I bet you their reasoning behind that is to force you to stay on there longer and look at stuff.
Yep.
I almost bet that's why they don't have one. Good marketing strategy though. It forces you to kind of scroll through everything that's available. So you might find one or two things you want. What if Jet.com is still a thing? Well, that was the one Walmart bought out.
Oh, JDS, how you doing?
Yeah, I know. It doesn't. They don't have it anymore. Yeah, I guess Walmart shut it down, huh? Wait, hold on.
Oh, yes, and tell you how my granddaughter loves me. I'm sitting there and we're working on the lawnmower, right? And I'm sitting there and the only thing I did was take the spark plug out and put it back after I cleaned it, right? So Brittany took the carburetor apart, took the whole thing apart. I made sure that she put stuff back together, right? But I didn't, she did all the work, right? So Lily was out there watching us the whole time. But when I was leaving, she hugged me and she said, Thank you, Paw, for fixing the lawnmower.
That's nice.
Brittany turned around and looked and said, wait, hold on, girl. I said, you wouldn't have fixed it. She goes, I did. I took everything apart. I said, but you didn't even know they had a spark plug. And then I told her, I said, the funny part about it, it was good that you took it apart and cleaned it. I said, but when I took my small engine class years ago, first thing you do is see if they got a spark. That's the first thing you check. Then you check your spark plug, make sure your spark plug is good. And if you're getting a spark and the spark plug's clean, and you should start, then you go to the carburetor. I said, but if you're not getting the thing, then it's the condenser on top that's doing it, or solenoid, basically. I said, it's a low part that you change out, it's cheap. I said, I'd have told you to check the spark plug first. Because unless you leave the gas in there for more than a year, it should be okay. Her baby daddy told her, did you put oil in it? You know, and she said that she didn't really realize that they had to put oil in it. And then she said, yeah, put oil in like that. He says, if there's gasoline, you got to put oil in it. Meaning the motor runs on both, right? And I said, well, did you ask him why he drives his cars and he never changes the oil? Because he never does, never changes the oil.
Well, that would be if it uses oil and gas, that would be a two-stroke.
As a mix, yeah.
Yeah, but he said, if an engine, but he said you got another compartment where you got to put oil in. That's what he said. But a four-stroke, that engine he's got, that guy got, shouldn't be burning oil. On a lawnmower, you can get away with that oil in there for a couple of years without having to change it out, because unless you run it every day.
Well, it's good. It's good to run your lawnmower once a week for about 10 minutes, even
Well,
if
yeah.
you're not using it.
But I tell you, she overfilled it, right? And when she turned that sucker
Yeah.
on, she got all this white smoke. She goes, is it going to blow up? I said, just let it run. And it stopped running. And then after she stopped it for a while, it did it again. She goes, why is it doing that? I said, because you put too much oil in it. It's going to blow right through. Don't worry about it. That's why you don't overfill it, because it gets in there and burns.
Right.
But that was the first lawnmower that I've ever fooled with that didn't use a smaller spark plug. It had a full-size spark plug in it. It's a Craftsman lawnmower. I went and got my spark plug wrench, and I got the smaller ones, and I said, nope. And I went and got the real one, and it worked. It's crazy.
Let me ask you later on. How about to clean out the eaves troughs? So I gotta go up the ladder. No, I know you can't, but you might be able to steady the.
Yeah, the first year we lived here, we didn't use our push mower we had, so I used to go out and run it about 10 minutes every week or so. I'd go out there and run it, but I ended up selling it because we weren't using it. I didn't want it getting ruined just sitting in the back.
Yeah, you got to do that.
All that heavy rain,
Yeah.
and I heard all the.
But I said that kind of shit is so easy to get rid of here landscaping, so people will buy it real quick.
Yeah.
No people looking for a lawnmower or a weed whacker or a blower or anything like that.
Around here, yeah.
Who is that?
I'm telling you, I don't know. It sounds like a guy, right?
Yeah.
He got a roommate. I remember I said that when he came back. I said, you got a new roommate? And he didn't answer. There's been somebody over there almost every day.
It doesn't tilt forward.
You just have to hold it down for a while.
I think he was helping Paul put that chair together, actually.
No, that was yesterday.
Yeah, it sounds like Paul might be having issues with it.
LC,
Morning, gents.
speak for yourself.
So, hey, today after today, guys, I'm on spring break.
Nice.
My last spring break.
Then you'll be on permanent spring break, too.
There you go. 39 more days.
Who's counting?
But who's counting? Hey, Paul, I saw you on Johnny this morning. Here's Johnny.
He's talking to his roommate.
Oh. So when is Johnny's 360 supposed to arrive, Joe? Do you know?
Well, he leaves Tuesday morning for the drone show.
Yeah.
Drone meetup. And it's probably coming Tuesday afternoon or Wednesday morning. And I'm going to be sitting on his rocking chair on his porch.
That sucks. So he ain't going to have it in time for the meetup, huh?
I told him, I said that I'm going to fly the tugboat with it.
That sucks. He won't have it in time to take it with him.
He might. It might come in time. It's already.
What he should have done is he should have just switched the. Dude, I would have just had it shipped to somebody's house that I was going down there, like Ray's or something.
You could have had it shipped to the hotel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I would have done. I'd have had it shipped to like Ray's. Well, I probably would have been more comfortable if I would have been like Ray's house or something.
Yeah.
Then he could have
got to go to work at 11, so he may not come in.
Who's got to work at 11?
TJ.
Oh, TJ. Okay. We don't want him anyway.
Yeah, he can stay out.
You hear that? You're not welcome here, boy.
All that laughing and giggling shit. Keep it to yourself. He said he loves you too, Lance.
All right. No, it's just love, Lance. Don't worry about me.
Now, next, Lance is. Yeah, I'm off today. Lance's next big life change is where he's got to figure out where his daughter's going to start living. That way he can get up and move.
Yep.
A lot of parents will do that.
Well, you might just move and let her have that house because she's going to announce her engagement sometime today.
Okay, Paul.
Oh, Lord, I'm never saying nothing like that again if you're going to call me Paul. Yeah, I could see when she was walking behind him so far and the way he was just moseying around by himself looking like a little puppy dog. That's about to go. Did he come over yesterday or no?
Nope, we haven't seen him since Tuesday.
Has she talked to him? Do you have an idea?
I don't know. Probably text maybe or on the phone, but not live that I'm aware of.
I might be over later. No, don't come over.
Yeah, she's up at University of Washington right now. She went up and visited friends up there. and spent the night up there. So I'm sure they went out to bars and had a little fun, and she'll be a little hungover this morning, maybe. What it was to be 21, right?
Well, I was in the Marine Corps, so it was a little bit different.
Yeah.
You guys were just a bunch of drunk idiots with guns at that point.
Yeah, I was in Okinawa. I was 21 years old in Okinawa, Japan. Every weekend I got drunk. So it was, we used to have we had big metal garbage cans, right? And we had one of them that one of the guys took a rubber lining they used for one of the half tracks, one of the tubes for the tires. They had tubes in them, and he got one of them and he stretched it around the inside of that thing, and actually glued it in so it couldn't come loose, and it put another smaller can inside to make sure it stayed the right shape. And every weekend we come in there and everybody bring a bottle of alcohol and a bottle of some kind of juice and pour it in there, and they fill it up with ice, and then you just go dip out what you wanted all weekend. When you wanted, and we'd be drinking in the barracks, and one day one of the ODs, officers of the day, walked in and opened that trash can up and saw all that the hooch in there, and we no longer had a hooch.
Yeah, we called those Spody Odies. You guys call them that?
That shit used to be strong and different every time, every week. Woo! You drink a couple of cups of that stuff and you'd be buzzing. That's why I fell off that balcony. I used to sleep right outside my window of my bed, of my rack right there. It was the coolest place when it was really hot in the summertime. I'd slide out the window on the little ledge. It was second floor. And I'd lay there and I'd fall asleep because the breeze coming around that building hit right there. And it was nice, and you could smell the salt there, and it was perfect, you know? It was one of those things that you want to go to sleep. So I'd lay there, and one day I rolled over, and when I realized I was rolling, I opened my eyes, and all I saw was grass. I was coming down fast. And I hit that sucker, rolled down a little bit because it was on a hill, rolled down into the bushes, got up, walked back in, brushed myself off, and then I made me a little deal. I hooked to my belt and hooked to the ledge right there where I couldn't roll any further than about an inch. But it didn't feel too good falling from the second story right on your face.
No.
Doesn't sound like it.
Yeah, I landed straight down, face down, with my arms like this. Oh, Jesus. Now, you see, I was 21 years old. I got up, walked back, and did it again. Got up there again, right? But if it happened now, they'd probably be getting me a casket.
Okay, guys, I'm in for shocker. I'm in for a little bit of shock, a sticker shock here. I'm going to get
Buying gas. You getting robbed, you said?
Getting robbed. I'll let you know. I'm sure it's over $5.
I tell you, gas is going down here, so I don't know what's wrong with y'all.
I'll let you know what it is.
Johnny said he paid $3.26 yesterday.
Is he driving down or flying down?
Driving.
Driving. Oh, he caravans. Who does he caravan with? Michael Wright or
he caravans with Scotty France.
Okay.
But Scott hasn't talked to anybody in almost a year. And every time somebody tries to call him, he don't even talk to him. He says, I'm busy, and hangs up.
Huh. That is
something
weird.
going on in Scott's life.
Yeah. That is weird. Because he was such, an easy-go-lucky guy, wasn't he?
Yep.
Something's going on. Something's going on.
There was a significant dramatic event that went on in his life to make him go like this.
Yeah. Okay, guys, I'll be right back.
I've seen quite a few people over the years disappear like that. You never hear from them again. I guess he's not really talking to anybody, TJ. What I heard.
Joe, how's the weather out there?
Overcast and gloomy.
Uh,
Not overcast right now, but I'm sure it will be later. There's rainy days ahead. Oh, starting Sunday, we're expecting rain 5 days in a row.
gives you something to look forward to, doesn't it?
Yeah, we kind of need it, so I don't mind the rain. Rain don't bother me, man. There's a bunch of rain coming through next week. A whole bunch of rain clouds. What's up, Jody?
Yeah, I have a feeling something may have happened to his wife. You know?
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, but I can't verify it. I don't know her first name. If I knew her first name, I could tell you for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, something for sure, because he was. Yeah, and nobody, not even his close allies. Like, I mean, who is he really close to? Probably Dennis.
Philip Koshak was one of them
Was
he
he
was
close
always
to Philip?
talking to. Yeah, always
Okay,
talking to Johnny.
yeah.
They talked almost every day.
Yeah.
Now nobody can get up with him.
Well, I think it was Captain Ray called him. I think called him at work, and he told Captain Ray, he says, "Yeah, I just don't want to talk to anybody." And hung up. He said, "I just want to be left alone." So I don't know if something was said to him or something happened to somebody, you know?
Yeah.
It could have been that too. It could have been something somebody said about him or something that pissed him off.
Yeah, it could have been like what happened with what's her name? Tammy.
Tammy.
Yeah, Tammy and what was his name? Don't it?
Max.
Yeah, Tammy and Max.
Yeah. Makes you go,
Yeah.
So he's not the first one I've seen do that, though. I've seen a lot of people over the years do that.
Yep.
They would just randomly just disappear and they wouldn't want anything to do with anybody again.
4.97 for gas.
Paul, that chair mustn't be working. You're falling asleep.
No, I'm looking at the other computer.
What, Doug?
You were sleeping, Paul.
No, I wasn't.
Oh.
Is he in his recliner?
No, he was sitting there with his eyes closed, watching the other computer.
Hey, Jody.
Jody.
Your comes Mark.
Put it up underneath him.
Good morning,
Paul.
Mark.
I'm Paul, Joe, Justin, Lance.
Some Mark.
Hey, Mark.
How's the weather over there, Mark?
We've just had a torrential downpour,
Okay.
and now it's eased off, but it's still raining a bit. Justin, have you turned your printer on yet?
Yeah, well,
Have Bamboo done an update?
my
Yeah,
printers
yeah.
kind of stay on. I don't really ever turn the actual power switch off.
No, neither did I.
Mm.
But overnight, I've come down this morning, gone into the Handy app, and it says, scan your QR code on your printer.
Mine didn't do that.
So I went to the printer, couldn't find the QR code on the screen, pressed the wrong button, and it's now doing an auto calibrate. It won't. Why?
Here.
It's just being an awkward bugger.
Guess what today is, Paul?
Pizza Friday.
Woo!
Justin doesn't observe Pizza Friday, do you, Justin?
It's
I eat pizza whenever the hell I want to.
No meat today, Lance.
No meat today. It's just gonna be a tomato and cheese pizza.
Why is there no meat today?
Because it's Good Friday.
Screw that. I'm eating a big steak later.
You go for it, Justin.
Climb to the top of the food chain to be told I can't eat meat today.
You know your wife's cooking you vegetables tonight.
You can't drink
What
alcohol.
the hell she's... Can't drink what?
Can't drink alcohol either.
I'm taking a swig of this peanut butter whiskey just because Mark said it.
For breakfast.
Breakfast of champions.
You can eat fish.
Printing out a alcohol wipe dispenser.
Oh, I've got one.
I actually need one of those.
Came with the alcohol wipes.
I actually need one because I got ones that are they are anti-adhesive wipes, and then I also have alcohol wipes.
Huh.
I just kind of got them sitting in my little toolbox bottom drawer, and it's always in my way. So,
You
put me one of those
in the individual sachets.
Yeah, they're in little individual packs.
Yeah, I've got a what's it? It's like the little baby wipes, but it's got what's it in? It's got the alcohol wipes in it.
Yeah, you got the big ones, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the guy gave it me when I bought all them 250 gram rolls of PLA from that guy. Yeah, two brand new glue sticks and a tub of these alcohol wipes in with it. Sounds like it's finished doing its calibration. Because it's gone quiet.
Neither does he.
Yeah, yours like almost like did a factory reset. What the fuck?
I know, crazy. Right, so I'm still connected now. That's 100% done successfully, so that's all right. Right, now I've got to change this blue PLA to blue PET.
Did you take your goodies over to your grandkids?
Generic ETG.
Who are you talking about?
Joe.
Yeah, he said that earlier. He took his granddaughters over. Check. Yeah, my Bamboo Studios all up to date.
Yeah, it seems to be back to normal now, assuming that it connects to the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, but and their QR codes are fucking useless on those little screens, dude, because you can't scan them at all.
Mm.
The screens are too fucking bright, and the camera won't pick up the QR code no matter how well you get it centered. It's pain in the ass. QR codes don't read good when they're on another screen. They don't always
Listen
work.
to the dog. Where you go? Where Loki go? Loki right in the corner?
That bad.
What I like about Cleo, I'll be sitting here and she'll walk up to me if I'm not paying attention to her, and she'll nudge me with her nose on my leg and then lay her head on my leg. Saying, reach down and pet me. I mean, we got no sun.
Calm the hell down, boy. Come here. Come here. You gonna come out? Over here. Come on. What?
Excited to be there. It's great.
Got a call from this place, wants to offer me a $5,000 loan. Think I'll take it?
No. I bet you look at that fucking interest rate, it's probably high as fuck. It's like that one they tried to offer me a few months ago. It was 160% interest rate. I was like, that's fucking nuts.
I could use 5,000 right now. I tell you what, I'm getting really pissed off with some of these parents at Mandeville. And it's ridiculous because, like I said, basketball season, I shoot their team pictures. And this year I made a little bit extra because I did packages and only 5 people paid for the package, right?
Right.
Which you got at least 9 people on each team that are playing all the time or playing in and out. So I was thinking I did at least maybe 18 people, total, because some of them play a double team. I figured I get at least 10 to 12 people maybe. And I got 5. And one person bought some football afterwards. And I had 37 football out of 22 starters. And I'm talking 2 teams. And I had a lot of people on the teams that I could have got more, put it that way. I should have had at least 48 like that because of the different overlaps. And then the rest of the people don't buy pictures. But what gets me is I just put out a season package thing at the end of the season, said, I'll go back and pull all your sons or daughters, whatever it is, pictures, and 200 for everything in the season. And I did that. I did it for both teams, the female and everything. Female didn't do any packages. They've got people on there that have over 100 pictures. More than 100 pictures, like 200 pictures, that I'll give them to them for $200 right now. I just want to make the extra money. I'm not getting any response, nothing. So what's that telling me is that as this Marine Corps money comes through, I may do football next year because I'm already committed. And then after football, I'll drop the mic. So y'all have somebody else do the rest. And then I'll drop it, and then I'll be done with football too. I'll just go shoot for the paper, walk out there, shoot a few pictures, stay for the game, and leave. But I'm at that point where it's like, it's almost not worth the time. The amount of time that I put in on pictures and the amount of time I put in physically is not worth it anymore.
Well, Lance has been looking at a nice 55 and older community.
Mm-hmm.
You can go move in. You can go. You guys can go roommate up together like you're back in college.
I'll take over your clients.
You can have. Hey, Lance.
Hey, Joe.
Paul's eating ice cream.
All right. I love ice cream. What kind? I hope it's chocolate.
There's probably like something with cherries in it. All I see is whipped cream.
I am not a fan of whipped cream. It's wasted calories.
Oh, whipped cream's awesome, though.
What flavor, Paul?
Traverse City Fudge.
Ooh, that's good.
That's
chocolate. He goes for those, like crazy flavors. Like what's the name? Ben and Jerry.
Ben and Jerry flavors.
Hey, Joe, send me the. Okay. I am getting out of my car, guys. I will be back here shortly.
Lance walking with us in his pocket again, not muting.
What's he doing? Petrol again.
I think he's at the school now.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, is
He
he?
was doing.
Is he working today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, he worked the day after he got back from vacation. Didn't even take the day off after.
Yeah, I know that, but I thought they might have had today off. With it being Easter. You know, like you have.
Yeah, they're Easter vacation. They're not doing nothing, I think, till next week.
If you're at work today,
Yeah, Ed, you going live tonight or no? If not, I'll cover his live stream if you don't want to go live. Man.
Oh, this is getting fucking stupid.
Well,
My Panda screen is refusing to connect to my Wi-Fi. The other one's connected, and I think the printer must be connected because I can see it on my phone.
I don't know. I stopped using that Panda screen because it just was more of a pain in the ass than it was worth.
Oh no, these are great. Big ones.
Well, I had that little one. The little one just, I don't know. It was always disconnecting. It was just a bitch to get reconnected every time. And I just got tired of messing with it.
Yeah, the problem I've got is it won't connect to me Wi-Fi, and it's literally 4 foot from the router.
I can't use it anymore anyway because I added those light strips, which uses the second plug. So I can't use it anyway. Unless I was doing single printing without AMS.
Unless you do a WhatsApp. Just put a USB splitter in.
No, those are 5-port plugs. They're not USBs. They're like a weird proprietary plug. There's like 4 or 5 prongs on them.
The big Panda screens, they just plug straight into USB. And connect wireless.
Well, oh yeah, technically I could, yeah, because that one does have the USB-C plug on the back. But I haven't used it at all.
But that's just for power. The connection is just wireless.
Yeah, it has wireless connection in it.
Mm.
So I just have to power it by the USB-C cable. I didn't think about that. I forgot.
Yeah, you don't have to have it. You don't have that USB signal or connection to the printer. I mean, one of my Panda screens is connected to a USB power plug next to the sofa. It's just literally power. It can be anything you plug it into.
Yeah, the little circle one has a USB-C port or power plug on the back.
Yeah.
hey Justin, did you see this print here? It's pretty cool. I'd have seen this out of Made-Ease. Look at this. It's a little egg with a little excavator. You can make it inside. Look at it.
All right, Ed.
Okay.
It's pretty cool, huh?
Okay.
Well, why'd you use my full name like that? It's weird.
That is cool.
Yeah, I like that. I might see about printing a couple of these things. Because that'd be good. I'm gonna see what else they got. It says number 4. So you gotta have other things. Go to this guy's channel. Oh, you've got miniatures. Look at this. Surprise eggs. Here you go. Man, look at these.
Right, I'm going to turn my router off.
Look at these, Justin.
Yeah, turn that router off.
Yeah.
That's cool. What do you think about him, Justin? Is he there?
I like them.
I
Right.
like this one right here. It's got the cord thing, got the 2 cords on it, it comes out. Look at that, it's pretty cool.
One on each side.
Well, it actually is like a little cord ramp that you put the cords up on. You got a dump truck, you got a forklift, you got a some kind of tractor with a like a backhoe thing on it, an excavator, fire truck, a plane, another dump truck, another plane. That's a street roller, a tank, and a racing car. Got a harvester.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's got, I said a tank. It's a harvester. Look, I saw this on the side.
I like
thought
it.
was
It's
a
pretty
plane.
cool looking.
I think that is cool. I might have to make a couple of these. Oh, that is awesome.
But yeah, I'll be going live for Ed tonight since he's not going to be on.
Well, that's
So everybody knows.
I was looking forward to Ed going live. When I'm 64. My closet full of props right here. Look at that. A little bit of everything. You're leaving all that behind. And look at this. Got a ton of film that I'm going to be leaving behind as well. And look at all my.
Come on, what's the one thing you're taking to remember your job? Something in there.
I am going to take.
I know you're going to hijack some school property. Come on now.
Pluto. This Pluto. Oh, what did they do there, my kids?
What is that?
So you put water in that, and it drips out this nozzle here at the bottom, and then you photograph it. You know, dropping into like, a plate or a bowl, and so you're freezing the drops because you're trying to shoot as fast as you can with your camera. So, okay, did it turn back on? My desktop.
He was talking about a tornado earlier, Jody, in the chat. He didn't say much. He just said there was one north of him.
So they made me change my password. They made all employees change their password on Monday. And it's like, really, I've got 3 months left. Why are you making me change my password?
Well, we have to do it every 3 months at our job.
And my wife got a new computer at her job. It's like, really, can you just let me have my old one until the end of my career? So she brought it home and I had to back everything up for her.
Maybe they'll let her keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah, buy me a new computer so long as you let me keep it when I retire.
Exactly. Okay, see if I've got the internet. I was having issues. I should have restarted my router, I think, Marcus.
Yeah. Well, it comes back on quick enough.
Do they ever call you Marcus?
No.
Some people do, most people don't.
Yeah.
There are a couple that do. But it's not my name.
No.
Oh, damn. That's wild. Jody said it started out south. It was hanging real low, just a few blocks from her.
Ooh. Okay, so I'm still not getting the internet on my desktop. Where's that router located?
It's always a good idea to remember where you put the router.
You guys want to see the cover of my yearbook?
I wouldn't think that classrooms would have individual. I think they'd have like some kind of mesh system.
Yeah, there is. Here's here's the cover of the kids' design.
Now,
Oh,
connect.
nice.
Oh, God.
Here's the back.
And what is that for?
This is just a template, or a cover for the proof for the yearbook. That's going to be the yearbook cover, and they send me a proof, so I examine it, make sure I like it, and then I say yes.
Is it connected to?
Yeah. The internet must be down.
Yes, I got out of going shoot this shit today.
Why?
Because it's overcast and gloomy. And like I said, I don't want to drive 60 miles to take pictures of a place and it just be gloomy looking, overcast, and possibly raining too,
Do you have a job, Joe?
Yeah, there's North Shore Tractors and Equipment hired me to take pictures of their 3 businesses. One's in Bay St. Louis, one's in Picayune, Mississippi, and one's in right up here in Covington. The other day, because we are supposed to shoot sometime this week, that they're really not in a hurry, but they want to get it done so they can get the advertising starting, All I'm doing is the pictures, and they're gonna go with an advertising company and use the pictures, and I'm doing an aerial shot of them. So they'll get all of the stuff that they'll blend them in, do what they want. But and they said they're really not in a hurry. And the other day, all of a sudden the sun came out, so I ran up here and shot the one up here. And my niece works for them, and she's got to come with me to these because she's bringing me to the owner's house out in Mississippi because he's got the palm trees and everything all over his property, and it's really nice. And she wants to get a picture of that. So, and she agreed with me. She goes, yeah, it's nasty looking. So we're probably going to go for Monday or Tuesday. Because we got a front coming through here Sunday morning, and then it's supposed to be clear for a week. So next week we'll be able to get it finished. So I want to get my $500.
Oh, wow, Jody.
Yeah, I told him 500 if I'm going to 3 locations like that. And I'm being nice.
So when are you supposed to go do it, tomorrow or something?
Well, we were going to do it tomorrow, but it's supposed to be raining all the way through Sunday till about noon, off and on. So we're shooting for Monday or Tuesday now, depending on what day she can come with me.
Yeah. Sure you guys will figure it out.
Oh yeah, and it's like you got to have the best looking day. Overcast isn't bad because I won't have any shadows, any sun shadows, anything. But if some reason you can't get the colors right or anything, it could just not pop. You know what I mean? And if it's not popping, it looks dull. It's gonna be worse because other pictures were sunny. What are you doing? I got Logie came up here and he put his paws up on my leg and he's just sitting here and I'm rubbing the back of his neck. And he's just sitting here looking at me, just chilling.
Comfortable.
Like that. You like that right there? Like you're rubbing the back of your neck? Like that scratching the back of your neck? Like that scratching the back of your neck, huh? It's like he comes over here and he looks at me like he's telling me, thank you for taking me here.
Lance, is it a full school day today?
It is.
What did the kids think of the substitute teacher?
You know, they loved my fourth period and my sixth period loved the lady that, and they've had the guys I normally have, and I think they like him, but they really like the girl because she helped them with setting up lights and stuff, and so they really liked her. My photography classes never said it, you know, they're pretty quiet, you know, as far as giving me feedback on anything. But my fourth and sixth, my broadcast and my yearbook, they're a little more animated with me because they're more comfortable with me, I think. Whereas my photography kids have only had me since February, where the other two groups have had me for, some of them had me 4 years.
Now, have you told them you're leaving?
I'm starting to, yeah. You know, the word's getting out.
Ooh.
They're worried about, my yearbook class is worried about who's going to take my position.
Yeah. Oh. Oh my God. All right, got away again. Oh, I'll find it later.
I would imagine it would only affect the what, the 9th, 10th, and 11th grade.
Unless I flunk my 12th graders, they've got to come back. I always threaten to do that if I really like them. Say, no, you're not leaving. You're failing my photography class. You'll be back next year. They get a chuckle out of that.
Is your class designated as an elective?
Ish, yes, it is. CTE elective, depending on what they take it for. So they can take it for an art class or they can take it for a CTE class, depending on what they need. You know, so a kid will take my broadcast class 4 years, and he'll take 2 of the years will be CTE, and 2 of the years will be art, because you need 2 of each. It'll put you guys on mute here for a second. I'm going to call the office, ask them what's going on with the internet.
did
So
not
it's
mute himself.
putting us on mute.
I just muted him.
Probably turned his own volume down and forgot about the rest of it.
Hey, Lance.
He's
You
on
still
the
there?
phone.
He's on the phone with the office
Okay.
trying to figure out why his internet's not working in his classroom.
They didn't pay their bill. Yeah,
Don't you read it when it says put your email in, and then we'll send you a code for you to input into the thing. And 10 minutes later, you're still waiting for the email.
yeah, I hate that. Oh, I hate that.
Oh, yeah. And then there's some sites too that don't even tell you that that's not the email that they even have on file. They just,
Yeah.
they'll say, oh, yeah, we sent it to that email, but then it's like, it's not in their file. So then they don't send it. But it doesn't tell you that you're using the wrong email.
Yeah.
I've had them do that too.
I'm pretty sure I spelled my email address right. It's hard work telling with that bloody small writing.
Yeah, or you'll say, didn't receive code, and all of a sudden it starts pushing all kinds of codes through it at once, and you don't know which one
Yeah.
to want.
Which ones are to use?
All of a sudden they all come through at one time.
Yeah.
I had one do that to me a couple weeks ago. Luckily, I had 10 minutes to try the codes. And I ended up finding the right one.
Got a company I pay $30 a month for, right? And it's Professional Photographers of America. And the only reason I pay it is because I get insurance on my equipment. And I just found out that I could pause my account because I'm not doing anything right now. So I'm gonna pause my account for 3 months until I start doing team pictures again. So I'll save that $90, but I'm gonna check with State Farm and find out if I take all this photography equipment I got and how much it's worth and put it on there, how much it's gonna cost me for a year. Because it may only cost me $100 for the whole year. Might be better just to do it that way.
I say send code and it says login failed. Please check. I haven't fucking logged in yet because you haven't given me the code to put in.
You happy living? You happy living? Why are you so clingy today?
Screw it. One of my Panda screens is attached to the printer.
Why are you so clingy today?
I'm just trying to attach the second. The one that's usually on the printer
Why are you so clingy
isn't
today?
working. I'll just swap it over with the other one.
Oh.
That's connected to it.
Yeah, all my Bamboo stuff's up to date, so I don't know if it didn't update overnight or not.
Mm.
But it might have been for only certain printers too.
Yeah. I've just put blue PETG in instead of blue PLA. Changed it to P. Now I'm going to try and print this little cat head valve dust covers. I'll find where it was. Yep.
Has anybody else heard of that PayPal is going to change their name to something else? No, I have
what?
Nope. Fancy calling it something else?
Something else is
Is
strange name.
PayPal changing their name?
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. What do you want to pay by? Something else. I like it. That'd work. PayPal is now called something else.
All right, that's fun. That's pretty good.
There's nothing online about them changing their name. No forums on it, anything like that. Nobody talking about it. All right. And what's crazy is I think it's stupid when big companies like that change their names because it's so hard to get people to say the correct new name when for so many years they knew you as another name. I mean, look at like fucking X. Everybody, a lot of people still call it Twitter.
Probably Twitter, yeah. This is my first attempt with PATG.
You've never printed with that before?
No, only used PLA so far. But I've got 10. I've got 10 rolls of different colours of PETG.
It ain't any harder than PLA. It's just
just a different temperature.
Yeah.
So I'll see what the temperature takes it up to. Because normally I get 54, 55, and 219, 220. So this is supposed to go up to 240, isn't it?
Yeah, around 240, 250.
Justin, you're gonna like this. Listen how my daughter thinks. So yesterday, while she's working on things, she gets a phone call. Says she's not making a lot of money right now. She applied for food stamps, right? And she's been working on this thing for about a month and a half. She says every time she sends stuff in the place, she doesn't get it and all this. So she gets a call from a different caseworker. She said she wanted a new caseworker. So a different one calls her yesterday and says, so she gets up while I'm working on a spark plug and she gets on the phone. She comes back and she goes, "Oh, we're going to eat now," like this. And I said, "Oh, what, that's the caseworker?" Said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, what they're doing?" "Well, they're going to pay me for last month and this month overnight. I'll get it tomorrow." So what are you getting? She's getting $4.99 and 5 something for the new month. So she's getting almost $1,000 in food stamps, right? Jeez. She looks over at me and she goes, "I'm gonna go buy you a 3-pack of ribeyes." I said, "Okay." She goes, "Just take it off your bill." My bill.
Stop all that conversation because you literally are just talking about selling food stamps.
Yeah, I know. But I told her, I said, bullshit. I said, I want my money. You know?
Yeah, definitely don't do that.
Yeah. I told her, I said, bullshit.
That really isn't a whole lot a month. I mean, because your daughter 2 years ago probably would have got like $1,200 a month.
Yeah, it depends on the state.
But they've really limited. Like, dude, so many people got kicked off of food stamps. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people now, because it used to be you could be on that ship for years and years and years, and nobody would ever question, okay, why aren't you working? Why aren't you doing this? Now they're giving you like Ford is giving you like 6 months, so that's it. You can't figure shit out in 6 months. You're done.
Yeah, now they're tying you down. You gotta try to find a job. Yeah, when I moved to California, and I had the job, and they all of a sudden fired me, and I've still got a lawsuit in on them. If they ever open that company under that Social Security number because it's a private thing, he's got to pay me $67,000.
The only time you
originator.
Wow.
So the loans that originated, he's got to pay me for.
The only time they can keep you on welfare now, like especially like here in Florida,
disabilities and
Because
stuff.
if your disability and stuff like that. But if you are labeled as an able-bodied person, which that means you have no medical history of being disabled,
Right.
you're automatically labeled as an able-bodied worker. They give you up to about 6 months to figure your shit out.
All right.
And if you can't, and that's even the Section 8 housing. They only giving you
Right.
6 months in the housing now. And they're telling you, you will give you 6 months of housing, and you got to move out and find your own place.
Yep.
They ain't playing anymore, man, with that fucking people
Yeah.
living off of that shit.
We had the three kids. Oh, I had 5 of us when they let me go, and we applied for food stamps in California, and they gave us this was back in 1999. They gave us, if I remember right, it was $1,100 a month in food
You guys
stamps.
have been eating like kings back then.
Oh, I'm telling you, we ate more steak than anything else. And we didn't buy bullshit with it. I told them, I remember my wife said, grab a 12-pack of Cokes. I said, no. I said, I'm not buying drinks and stuff with that. I said, we're buying the shit that costs money. I used to walk through there and grab packs of steaks, packs of ground meat, chickens, whole chickens, everything. Because we smoked the chickens, you know.
Hello, Lance Park.
One of my favorite pictures of my daughter right here.
Which one?
This one.
You've got both of them turned on, Lance, and we can hear you.
Yeah, you told me
coming
that.
back.
Look at them little chubby cheeks.
I know she was a chubba wubba.
When you see her again, tell her Joe said you got chubby cheeks.
Oh, kick that other Lance out.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I'm not the host.
He's gonna kick the wrong one on us.
He's kicked
The
the
one
wrong.
that's no, the one that's muted needs to be kicked. There we go.
We're now where's Lance? We lost him. There you go.
There you go.
There he is.
So when you see your daughter, tell us that she got chubby cheeks. See how she feels. She might get mad.
Okay. I'll tell her that.
Mm.
I mean, it's 9:38 and there's no wind and it's overcast, so that means the clouds aren't moving. I don't know what's wrong with Loki this morning. He is so clingy. And this is the dog that just really wants to be by himself, you know? Actually, he does stay by my feet all the time, but now he's keeps wanting me to pet him. Why are you so clingy?
Getting
You think
feedback
I need you
from Lance.
today? I do need you. I need you today. Come here. I need to pet you. That's what it is. It's I need to pet you, huh? He said, you look like you need to pet me today. Come do it. As soon as I take my hand away, he turns around and comes back. You need this, huh?
Glutton for punishment.
You got a bug or something? I need to scratch it. Well, look at the tail. Huh. I tell you, my daughter clipped his tail one time when she was doing the clipping on him, and his hair never grew back. So he's got a little tail, looks like a pigtail. Got a little bit of hair on it, right? So I reach over and I grab that little pigtail. I said, give me that tail. He turns around and bites me a little bit on his hand, on my hand, and takes off. He'll go, "Arr, arr, arr, arr." I bought me something yesterday, Justin.
What'd you buy?
I bought me a nose clipper. I used to sit here like Paul with the little scissors and clip everything in my nose. I bought me one of those nose trimmers. $6.99. Rechargeable. Yeah, rechargeable and works good. I used it yesterday.
So do you feel that less nosy?
Yeah.
The community circle.
That's all it is right there. You just,
Happy spring break. That's the morning.
it cuts all the hairs on the inside.
Thank you.
You can use it for your ears. Yeah.
For tuning in. Yay.
$6.99.
Rechargeable or does it take a battery?
Rechargeable. Let me show you. I'll put the link in the chat. On Amazon. I ordered it the day before yesterday, got it in one day.
What was going on?
Man,
Why did it get all quiet all of a sudden?
don't know. That's the link, Paul, in the chat. $6.99.
Let me see.
I think it's a good deal.
I mean, for what it has to do, yeah. I'm sure you get your money's worth out of it.
Well, it says eyebrows and everything. I'm starting to get my dad's freaking eyebrows. Well, all of a sudden I'm getting gray in the middle and they're shooting all over the place. The old man eyebrows. I get me a second cup of coffee this morning. I didn't charge it up yesterday, but it came look like it was fully recharged.
Why are we getting feedback from Lance every time Joe talks?
I don't know. Coming back from somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's printing
it
it.
sounds like
Not me.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I say it, the bottom of the Lance lights up.
Bottom lights up.
yeah, your speakers are too loud on your
You've got,
computer. It's picking up your mic.
well, no, your mic's picking up your speakers, but yeah, close enough.
Yeah, backwards. Shut up, Mark.
Shut up, Mark. Shut up, Mark. Shut up, Mark. I'm gonna make me another cup of coffee. Coffee.
Well, it's printing at 255 on the head and 70 on the plate.
Yeah, mine usually it defaults to 250 and 70.
Yeah.
Something mine usually does when I do that, Jinx.
That's how it works, because when I tried to print these in PLA, they got slightly misshapen.
Not to mention, like I said, if you're printing something like really thin, like say a bookmark, something like that, man, if you do it at a PLA, it breaks too easy. If
Yeah, these are
thick, it doesn't matter.
valve stem covers for your wheels.
$87.24.
Hey, did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that just now? Lance gave out the last 4 digits of his credit card.
87.24. Yep.
Yeah, I remember it. I heard it. 87.24. I'm gonna remember it.
I'm going to show you what I was talking about here in a second. I'm going to share. This is what I've got to play with this in Photoshop. And
So is that the school's credit card?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the school's credit card right there.
Okay,
Yeah,
never
see
mind.
that?
I'm not using it.
So I've got to fix the sky, and obviously I don't want her in silhouette. So I'm gonna
Hey,
play with
Lance,
this.
I won't use the school's credit card. That's a bigger charge.
Okay.
I already have
We can-
Paul, so that's no problem.
Yeah, we're gonna
Lance,
do this one.
you know, you
Split.
said you were going to do all this, and this is what you were doing, and you're not actually showing a picture because your camera's switched off.
Oh, you didn't see that?
No, we
No.
didn't see nothing.
Oh,
All we see
geez.
is a little, what's it? Silhouette
Okay.
man.
Okay, hold on. Okay, I'll show you
Silhouette
what I was.
woman.
I'll show you what I was doing. Because I have my camera turned off. Okay. But when you share something, you still can't do that, huh? Let's go here. And you probably can't see it because I'm in Adobe Raw. You probably can't see that either, can you?
That's not showing anything though.
Well, we can see the screen. We can see the fact that you're on Adobe, but there was nothing showing on the display.
Because I'm in Raw. So let me finish this and I'll. Now we need to go here. Oops, we're going to say create new mask. This time, select subject. And exposure up. Contrast. I wanted to haze this for sure. Haze that. Pretty high. Shadows. Get the shadows out of there.
Hey, guys, look at this. See this wok? Look at this wok. Look at this. That's the best thing I ever bought. This one thing here, you can cook everything in here. You see the shine on it? The season's right. And this sucker, boy, I tell you what, nothing sticks to it. It's crazy. This is better than any other pan I've ever bought in my life.
So I didn't bring a flash with me, Joe. Next time I will, and use an off-camera flash. Use my Pocket Wizards, and sometimes I bring them, sometimes I don't. And so I really had to doctor this one up because, of course, she was
you
pretty much
needed filling on that one.
So
yeah.
So that's kind of what I was playing with right there.
Yeah, just a little bit too much glare in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you had a little fill-in flash, that would have gave you a three-dimensional look.
Yep, exactly. And that's what I'll do next time. But I just didn't want to pack it. She's like I said, high maintenance. It's like, I don't like this one. I take 100 pictures.
Who was that?
And
That's your daughter?
Yeah.
Lord.
That's the one that's getting married.
That's the high maintenance one.
Yes. I'll take 100 pictures of her and she doesn't like any of them. Can we do one more?
That's not
You know, that sounds like
just...
sounds like the freaking cheerleaders I deal with.
That is not high. It has nothing to do with high maintenance. Just women, period, with their pictures.
Yeah.
Sarah does the same fucking thing, dude.
I don't like my hair one strand of looking wrong.
Yeah, Sarah does the same thing. She'll be like, I don't like that picture. And she'll take 100 pictures of herself before she finally settles on one. And she's never satisfied with it. It's just like, that's the best one. You know?
Yeah, you don't get satisfied. And you see, when I did this year, I did the soccer team. The JV team had to leave, so they didn't have a chance to do all that shit. And I told them, I said, listen good. I told them when I put them all online. I said, listen good. Make sure everything's right. When you get there, we got to hurry. Y'all got to get out of here. I'm taking the picture. And if I think it's bad, I'll tell you we're doing another one. And I was finished with the full soccer team pictures and everything in about an hour and 15 minutes. I mean, and the pictures came out perfect. The coach looked at me and said, they didn't bother you that much. I said, I didn't give them a chance. It's not like I'm new to it. I know if the picture's going to look good. You can take 4 pictures the same, and they're all going to look the same. Let me take it, you know? So, the only time that I wouldn't mind taking extra ones was when I was shooting the models in Hawaii. I didn't mind shooting up 50 pictures of those. Get on the paper some more. On the paper some more. Listen to me. Look at me. See this paper? Get way over here. Right there. That's where you pee-pee. God, darn it.
Joe trying to motivate himself in the mirror again.
he gets three legs on the paper and pees off the edge of the paper. He's been doing, what's the matter? You forget where to pee?
There's no tree there.
He looks up at me like, I peed on the floor.
Yeah, have you tried 3D printing maybe a little fire hydrant you can put in the middle of the paper?
Or a tree.
You know, you got a point. You know that?
Get you a little bonsai tree.
I'm gonna put a little fire hydrant there and see. Hold on, I want to see that picture. I'm in the kitchen.
Who's that?
Okay.
That's a good
This
one.
is my daughter.
Hold on.
I'll hold on. So this is kind of her photo shoot that I literally took 100 photos and she didn't like any of them. I love this one.
How old is she?
21.
Oh damn! If I was like 4 years younger, I'd be your son-in-law.
4 years? You mean 40 years?
That's just funnier than a rubber crutch.
That would put you
very funny.
I'm going to doctor that one up. I like that one.
Yeah, that would put you at 30 years old. You wouldn't be too bad of an age, Joe.
Yeah, that's what I said. 50
No, she's very beautiful, but she's high maintenance. He says, I forget it.
That's all right. That means she ain't gonna settle on a loser then, right?
Well, her fiance isn't a loser, right?
You're funny, Paul.
Right, Lance?
Well, it's
Great,
all
Paul.
well, yeah, but Lance's perception of somebody could be different from his wife, so.
Yeah, but he and his wife have
Or
already
his
given the okay,
daughter's
haven't they?
perception. No, I'm
Probably
saying,
not. You never get a say in the girlfriend, in the boyfriend.
I don't know, Lance. I heard you say once before that you liked him a lot.
Yeah, we also heard him say that she's quitting him.
Go. You're all right.
you really can't choose though, because if you don't like the person and you
go pee-pee on
defy
that.
it, then that just pushes them away.
No, pee-pee that way. Over there. Okay. So you see, Tino peed on the edge of the paper. Now Loki walks over there and pees on the edge of the paper.
Well, yeah, they're both marking their territory.
That's what they're doing.
Now, have you maybe tried showing the dogs where to pee yourself and doing it?
I just did, so stop.
Put a bigger piece of paper down.
Yeah, put a bigger piece of paper and stand in the middle of it and pee it.
Get some dog piss and in a squirt bottle and squirt it in the middle of the paper when you change it.
Well, they sometimes do.
My only thing is, how is he going to get the dog piss?
Yeah.
How do you extract that?
Now look, just pee in this bottle.
I got down on my hands and knees and peed in the middle of the paper and it didn't work.
Now, that would have been quite a picture there.
No, it wouldn't.
Nice
No,
shot.
it wouldn't.
No, it would not have, and I don't want to even see that picture.
But Loki just went over there and smelled all the area and peed right on the edge. I take the a towel, wipe it up. It's a paper towel, wipe it up, right? And then I throw the paper towel right in the middle of the paper. And then they come back and pee on the edge again. I've got the steam. I've got the steam cleaner out, steam the floor, everything.
Well, did you go online and see if they make some kind of a spray that attracts dogs to pee in that area?
They got a deterrent. I'm about to get it and spray it all over the kitchen floor.
No, not a deterrent, but an attractor.
Well, the tractors that pee on the rag in the middle of the thing. It's just they keep missing. It's not that they're not peeing there; it's just not going far enough on it. And I take the a brand new one after I clean everything up. I wipe the floor with the brand new one right in the middle, and then I clean the floor and I put the brand new one there. So they got the original pee on the middle of it, but they'll walk 3 steps on, turn sideways, and pee to the side right off of it. And this has just started in the last month. Starting to aggravate the shit out of me.
Leonardo DiPrentio finished his sprint. Now I gotta. He's inside here. Oh yeah, I look good.
Y'all heard me pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
I was in the kitchen and I had headphones on. Yeah, I'm back to
You
the
sounded fine. You definitely could tell the difference in the quality there.
Yeah, because when I'm in the kitchen, I'm far away. Y'all can barely hear me sometimes.
Yeah, the headphones mics are a little bit more muffled.
Better move up and get it. Cleo's a bitch. Oh, she a bitch. I threw her a little piece of the bacon treat, and it's about 10 inches from her. And she's looking at it like, you're going to move it closer?
But she's training you.
You know, she's looking at, she's got it sitting there. And Tino sees it, and Tino starts to go towards it, and she'll go get it. But she's waiting to see if one of them are going to come over so she can bite the ass. That's what she's doing.
Dre.
Raymond Crawford, what's up? Hey, Dre, I got a good question for you.
His audio must not be working.
One more picture,
I got
guys.
a question, and he's the only one who could really answer this question. I'll ask y'all too, but I want to hear his first.
Not much. You guys hear me?
Yeah, can now.
Good picture, Lance.
Yeah, that one. I love that. I love the hair light. Yeah, I like this one. This is
that come from
a little more light in the face.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. My question. Hold on. I got a question. How did that come from that up there in the top corner?
Yeah, well, you've seen his wife.
I know you.
Justin.
You got a point. Boy, you over your head, Lance.
90%. What did he say in Grown Ups? 90% of that's got to be the mother, and I'm lowballing.
95% the mama. What are you talking about?
Oh, happy Friday. Thank you.
She got one of the hairs off your head. She hasn't seen it yet, though. So, Dre, I got a question whenever you get a chance. Let me know.
Yeah, go ahead.
What do you think about PECSEF yesterday signing the order that gives personnel on bases the opportunity to possibly conceal carry their own weapons?
Why would we need that order?
No,
I don't
I
understand.
definitely have a beautiful daughter.
Well, he said
And I have a
basically,
beautiful wife.
we're trained in the weapons. We're the best trained on the base to protect ourselves on the base or the base. And that they make it a gun-free zone, and that means a criminal could come on the base, and it would be better to have other persons on that base than the military police officers in case something goes down. What is now? I got an opinion on that, and I'm gonna tell you my opinion. I think it's a good thing, but I'm indifferent on it because you can have somebody freak out.
Well, that's my point. Most of your military bases, if not all, have either fixed boundaries or man-made or natural boundaries to the base itself.
Right.
Okay. Then you have, just like you and I both talk about when we had to be on guard duty for sensitive areas on those bases. So you already got an armed unit besides the gate sentries,
Right.
MPs, and whoever else. So why do we need to have everybody armed on the base? I think you're adding fuel to a potential fire.
That's what I'm
People
saying.
not knowing who each other are in civilian clothing, because not everybody's gonna be in uniform on the base.
Right. I
So
agree.
you're gonna end up having people shooting at each other, not knowing who's who, is part of your problem. And it's just like I said, it's this incident at Pendleton where the guy's stealing ammunition and weapon systems. So I mean, it just I don't see the logic and where it's actually going to. Hesses is thinking somewhere in some dream he had about some firefight on a base.
It's a mix. It's a double-edged sword on this one.
Yeah, I don't see the enhanced safety part of it.
It's good and bad.
Everybody needs to be armed because most of the I know most bases I've been on, the infantry units are closest to the armory.
Right.
Their barracks are always close to the armory. So they can run down, grab weapons, get ammunition, boom, we're good to go. Yep. Tanks have tanks on their area of the base. Ammo's already there. Same thing with the Amtrak, same thing with artillery. All they need is already there in their designated area of the base. Now, all the other support staff people, okay, they got to fend for themselves for a minute. But those who are, as Pete had just said, fully trained in the operations of weaponry, or already have access, are in close proximity of the access to get any weapons they need.
Now, what do you think about them just being allowed, like, say if they were just allowed to store their personal guns in their house, like if they wanted to go shooting on the weekend, something like that?
That happens all the time. I had a guy, I live in base house, and used to do his own ammunition, and I hear that thing rattling half the night.
Yeah,
because the way Pete had stuff was,
keep your own guns and go hunt.
Well, the way he was
some bases have actual areas that you can go hunt.
Well, he was describing it to where I guess, and I don't know, whenever they changed it, he said that they weren't allowed to have any weapons at all.
No, he's full of it. They're allowed to keep personal weapons in their domiciles. Either you live on base housing, or if you live in the barracks, what they usually do is they have you secure that weapon at the armory.
Right.
That's what that has all been a long, standing order. If you have a personal weapon and you're single and you live in the barracks, you will store that weapon at the armory.
See, I don't remember. I remember that part. But if you were leaving the base, you go get it, and you needed it, you go get it from the armory, and you can carry it. You can take it off the base.
You can go check out anytime you want. It's your personal weapon. That's just where it's stored, because they don't want no weapons in the barracks.
But you couldn't take it in the barracks. It was when you were leaving the base to go whatever you were going to do with it. But you'd have to come back and put it back in the armory.
Right. So I don't understand his logic on that, and what's the real purpose of it. I mean, if you had incidents over the last 20 years of shootings on base, and it has made it somewhat easier to identify the shooter because he's the only one with a gun besides the military police. So just imagine if you got everybody out there open carry or concealed carry on a base, trying to go out and subdue a active shooter.
Yeah.
You're just gonna have more people getting shot.
But just see, the only thing that I do agree with is say you live in an area that is it could be any area that you feel that it's unsafe to live in, like, and you live off base, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then if you have a concealed carry, as it stands, you can't carry it on that base and leave it in your vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that means when you go to work on the base, you might be driving to an unsafe area and you can't carry your weapon. You're being precluded from carrying your weapon. I could see that. I could see the point. Yeah, if there was a way that you could keep it in your domicile like your vehicle, I could see that point.
There's a big thing though you missed about that whole thing was he said that they would have to apply and give a reason why they be
Right.
needing to
I
do
think that's gonna be, that's
And
gonna be
then the
hard to
base
prove, I think.
Yeah.
the
I mean,
base
that,
commander
I
or
thought he's just
whoever
making a
has
general
to.
order. I didn't hear it, didn't see it about this, so I'm just going by what just Joe just said.
It's
And,
on
Well,
my, it's on my.
forward Dre
that's
that
like a
forward Dre that
civilian
link of
applying
it.
at his local police station saying, "Hey, I want to apply for a concealed weapon." No different.
Yeah.
You know, but I feel like Joe was saying, I don't feel the need for military personnel who live on base.
Gotta go, guys. Bye.
Later, Lance.
All right,
Right.
Lance, have a good day.
Well,
Who
forward
lives
him that
on
link of
base.
the video, Joe.
Now, living off base, that's where it can get tricky and everything else. And yes, some areas that you may have to drive through or whatever the case be can be a little high risk and everything, and things could be going on. But if you live on base as a single individual or you're in base housing, you could not be in a more safe environment. Okay. Could not be in a more safe
I
environment.
just put the link in the chat.
But yeah, if you're living off base, that's kind of like, matter of fact, it shouldn't even have to be in the military. If you live off base, you're treated as for your daily activities, you're still considered somewhat in a civilian status. Because if the police show up, the MPs ain't coming unless the actual regular civilian police call them to come help.
Right.
So basically, you would have to go apply at your local PD for a concealed weapon for that area that you live in if you're living off base. And
Right.
the same thing there, you would have to apply and state a legitimate reason to be wanting to carry a concealed weapon.
Because if you get arrested for something kind of like stupid, don't they just kind of turn you over to the MPs and let them deal with it?
No, they'll turn you
No.
over to the MPs just to hold you so you don't flee. And what usually what happen is, and I've dealt with this because that's what I did, running a legal office for the battalion. If someone got caught in trouble for arrestable offense out in town, we would put you in custody ourselves and make sure you will be able to meet your court dates. And during that same period, there's probably going to be a similar or identical statute under the UCMJ, Uniform Code of Military Justice, and you'll probably be serving anything from a light page 11 NJP, or you could be getting processed for court martial yourself for the offense you committed out in public.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like a
So
code of standards or
that's
whatever.
why I say the police, local police, would rather turn you over to the military police once they initially make contact and just did what they're supposed to do. Turn you over to the military police. They take you on base. They would tell them, "Hey, this is what's going on." Blah blah blah. Once charges are confirmed, they will send that information over to the military, and the military will process it in the manner what they deem they need to process it in. And you could actually be put in confinement at the base, or like where we're at, 29 Palms didn't have a brig. So anybody I confined or whatever, I had to send them down to Pendleton. And they were staying in confinement down at Camp Pendleton until their court date came up.
The only thing we had at the time, I don't know, is they probably still have it at PMO. When you walked into PMO over there, there was a single cage. It wasn't much bigger than one person or two people could be in.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they had.
Right, for the DUI knuckleheads.
Yeah.
Coming through the gate.
That's all they had.
Yeah. But there
'Cause
was
we had
a standard brig on my time at 29 Palms.
We had an incident with it was out near I was coming back from the ammo dump, and I was in the car with one of the MPs, and we were coming back, and we heard a muffled scream like that, and it was out in the middle of nowhere. And he slowed down and said, "You hear that?" I said, "Yeah, I heard it too." So we pulled over and we got out and we went walking around listening, and we could hear it again, and we could hear something like hitting, like like that, right?
Yeah.
And then you could hear like a whimpering sound. And we rolled up on a guy on top of this girl, and he was beating her with a rock and he was raping her. And I went to shoot the guy, and the MP ran over there and pulled him off. Right.
Mhm.
I was
What's up,
getting ready to
Jason?
shoot him,
Yeah.
and come to find out, it was a sergeant major's daughter,
Wow.
and he was beating it, and she was absolutely beautiful, and he was beating her in the face with a rock.
Yeah. Well, I say,
And,
even during your time,
Hey,
staff
Jason.
and SEAL housing is out just not
Yeah.
far as the ammo dump, but you will pass it either way coming from the ammo dump or going
Yeah.
out there. So, like you say, that's staff and SEAL housing out there. Probably still exists to this day.
Yeah. Yeah. When they called the sergeant major and he came down there, they had the guy locked up in that little cage.
Mhm.
And it took about 6 of us to stop the sergeant major from grabbing his ass.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't see the necessity of what Hexas is saying. That's why I call him Pistol Pete. I think this guy is so wrapped up in the, I would say, special forces mindset, the warrior ethos, is that
Yeah.
he wants everybody to walk around like they're all part of SEAL
They
Team
look like
6
Gunsmoke.
or whatever else, and this be this gun hole club.
Yeah, I could, like I said, I could see the point, but I can't justify the point.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I think he's trying to create that image for the military that, we're all part of this gun club, and we're a bunch of lean, mean shooting machines. And I said, majority of the military is basically support services.
Yeah.
Jody, how do you not know
or
when the
the
meetup is?
special forces units.
How do you what?
That's the very small, the actual grunts, and like I say, 82nd Airborne types and everything else. That is just a small part of the actual military force. There are more admin people, more people involved in supply, more people involved even in the medical side of the armed forces than there are in boots on the ground, frontline combat troops. So that's what I'm saying. I don't understand the necessity.
Yep.
Not at all.
Yep.
I mean, even the guy who did the shooting was at Fort Hood, the shooting several years ago. The guy was a psychiatrist. He wasn't a grunt or anything. He was a psychiatrist.
Right.
So I'm like, those are the last folks support people I want walking around with weapons. Period.
And you got a point. It's like, now I could understand, like, I don't I don't know if it was, I'm understanding it because it would have been nice to know that I could come in and out with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you're carrying it on the base, see the other logistical problem in that is every time you get through that gate, you come through that gate, do you have to let them know or show some kind of ID that
There's
you
got to be
have
somebody
it?
to check, so that's why I say I mentioned a guy about Camp Pendleton last week that was arrested for stealing ammo, and it's a new version of the M47 Dragon that I used to fire when I was in. Is that now you got to have vehicle checks, people got to declare whatever the case may be for any weapons. Because like I say, how often is it most likely that, like I say, we went from the 1911 Colt 45 when I came to the Beretta.
Yeah, that big old heavy ass bitch.
Okay. It was very likely that people would still be carrying a Colt 45 because they liked them, very efficient weapon, or either the newer Beretta as their personal weapon. So now you got to wonder, is it a personal weapon or has it been stolen out of an armory?
Right. Yeah. Now the new weapon they're shooting isn't
using the same weapon,
the 320s
that they're going to use in combat. They want to be able to use it at home because they're familiar with it. So I mean, it's a lot of logistics and jumping through hoops that would be unnecessary and cause more of an issue of, who's who.
Yeah, is the new one is it the SIG 320 they're using now?
I don't know what they're using now. I just know when I was in, that was the transition from the 1911 Colt 45.
I think it's the 320s. I think that's what my son told me.
And I have a Beretta to this day.
Yeah.
Because that's what as soon as I pick one up, it fires so smoothly. It was accurate compared to all the old beat up 1911s that were hanging around. You had to find one that the sights were still aiming in the same direction.
Hey, Jody, Frank.
And, and I when I became a cop, I first graduated from the academy, I had a revolver. As soon as I took the class to allow me to carry a semi-automatic, bought a 9mm Beretta.
Right.
Because I knew that weapon inside out. And when you're out there, you want to carry something that you are very familiar with. You don't want to be second guessing when bullets are flying. Or you get a stovetop and you don't know how to clear it right away because you're not really familiar with the weapon. There's nothing that my Beretta can do besides blow up in my hand that I can't fix on the fly.
Right.
The only Beretta I ever held was really quite a neat, small, nicely fitting gun.
Yeah, I have the older metal ones. Because back then, either you bought it, the Italian ones were the best. The ones that were made in Italy were the absolute best ones. And I think the next ones might have been here in the U.S. And mine's a U.S. made one. Yeah, I think there were some cheaper made ones made in South America, something like that, or some other country. But the Italian ones were absolutely the best and the most expensive.
Yeah, this was a police issue, Seychelles drug squad.
Mm-hmm.
The second in command was my ex-wife's sister's husband.
Oh, okay.
Your brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think this is all go back to the Hexef's mentality. He wants to create the whole military into this special forces unit type mentality where everybody needs to be armed and everybody needs to be 300 PFTers and all that kind of stuff. And I said, that's not going to happen. I don't have no problem you streamlining the military and making sure everybody adhere to the standards that they should have been adhering to, but everybody doesn't need to be armed. That's for sure. And just like in that movie Full Metal Jacket, there are some private piles out there.
Yep. We had one in Upperton.
Yep. There are some private piles, man. And a lot of them make it through boot camp. And they're out there in the fleet. Barely getting.
Yeah, I mean, he made it. He just killed himself
on the edge of snapping.
But I said technically in the movie he did make it through boot camp. He just
it was the last night.
Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, we had one in when I was with Weapons Platoon, 29 Palms. We had a guy like that. And you ask the question, how did you get through boot camp? How did you make it? Because you can't even make it here. And this ain't even boot camp.
Yeah, it's a big difference.
I said, you can't even make it doing the stuff that we're doing here. You're falling out of humps, and all this kind of stuff. You can't PT and it's crazy, man. I said, how did you make it out of boot camp, dude? And they always got an issue. There's either something wrong at home or some injury, something else. I was like, dude, you're just a waste of time. But somebody like that is the ones you got to watch. You be out there out in the deserts doing live fire exercises. Everybody got the eye on that individual.
Yep.
That's Gave him a weapon and a couple of clips of ammunition. And I said, okay, let's see what's going to happen.
And we had a guy that we were on a rifle range, came back to the barracks, and he pocketed a couple of rounds. And he got his weapon, put it over there, and he kept the rounds in the weapon. You know, and what he did is he stuck them in there, and I guess nobody paid attention.
Mm-hmm.
And the funny part about it, we don't know what he was going to do with it, but he kept walking back and forth, and the drill instructor confronted him. And he walked over to the side, and he started yelling at the drill instructor, and the drill instructor immediately, one of the other ones wouldn't call MPs.
Yeah.
And he walked over, and they had one of the concrete pillars in there, and the guy started hitting his head on the pillar and splitting his head open.
Yeah.
Like this. And the drill instructor told us to get to the other end of the squad bay, like this. About that time, 2 MPs come walking in there, and the guy's still beating his head like that, just blood everywhere, right? And they walked up to him, didn't say a damn word to him, cracked him in the back of the legs with the bayonets.
Yeah.
He went to the floor, they cuffed him and walked him out. And that's when they went and got his weapon and found out they had rounds in it.
Yep.
So he just flipped out in the middle of it.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, oh, bullshit. You know, what the hell is going on here? He could have shot anybody. He was going to shoot somebody.
Yeah, like I said, he might have kept them rounds with him for months in the barracks. Could have got access to a weapon, because you know how it is. They'll have you go down to the armory. Everybody draw the weapons. What are we going to do? Clean weapons.
Yeah.
Now you're sitting up in the barracks area cleaning weapons. You know, everybody's shooting the bull. You know, something gets said, and this guy says, I'm going to the head, come back, full load.
Yep. Yep, I remember that. I remember that well.
Yep.
But the drill instructor was so cool with that. He walked over there, and the guy beat his head on the wall, and he just talked to him. He said, look, I could talk to you. What do you need to talk about?
Yeah.
I guess he said, I don't know what's going through, whatever's happening. Let me talk to me. That's what I'm here for. Like that. And he was real calm with him the whole time. And the MPs just come walking in from the back. And he didn't know the MPs were even there.
Yeah. You see what Frank put in the chat? You were a police officer. That's why you're against the solvent drivers. They brainwash you, Dre. I'll defend Frank. I have probably a total 20-something years in legal. And that's in formal education, college education with a degree. Like I said, I ran the battalion legal office several years before I went on recruiting duty, came back and resumed my position. So I was already working in legal laws.
Yes, Jody, it is.
I became a police officer. So my knowledge of what the law says
or it's next week,
what it don't say, pretty extensive. To I could say. So I mean, and the big thing I say about people who claim that sovereignty claim is that what nation are you claiming that is recognized by the American government? Because that's part of the key thing, is that if you're claiming to be sovereign under a nation, what is the nation? And it has to be recognized by another nation.
They said the cops here, the minute you start saying stuff like that, they'll rip you out of the car real quick.
So that's my whole thing, is I say, okay, you say, oh, I don't have to obey the laws of the United States. I said, what laws do you have to obey?
He said, I'm just messing with it.
And then they get the babbling. And then the next thing I tell them, I said, okay, if you don't have to obey the laws of the United States, so whatever I do to you, you're not protected by any laws by the United States.
You got a point. Pull your ass out the car. Come here, bitch.
That's right. So I pull you through this windshield, or I say the side window, and beat you within an inch of your life, King's X, I'm good.
Yeah.
Then once I explain that, all of a sudden they are a U.S. citizen again. And I've had to pull a couple of DUIs through windows just so I could snatch the keys out of the ignition, because they're half coherent. Some even passed out.
Yep.
Smash windows in my time. So
I saw one
it's
on.
been
I saw
done.
one the
And
other
that's
day.
why I explained to them. They want to sit there and go into a back and forth. I said, this is exactly what you're going to hear from me. I said, what nation are you a part of then? And is it recognized by the United States as a sovereign nation?
Hey, Dre, how would you deal with that nowadays when most of the cars don't have ignition keys?
Yeah, it'd be difficult nowadays. Back then, wasn't no push start. Be a lot difficult nowadays. But back then, you roll up on, and it's weird because I mean, it's kind of like a sixth sense sometimes you get, and you drive past a car, and then you look at the rearview mirror, and the guy didn't make he's got his turn signal on, didn't make the turn after you pass him. His car just sitting there in the traffic lane. So you do a UE, come behind them, put the lights on them, car still sitting there.
Yep.
Then you call it out, and you get out of your vehicle, you walk up, and that person is knocked out cold behind the wheel, vehicle running. And sometimes they had their foot on the brake. So you got to ask yourself, how do I do this? You try to wake them up, best you can, and to try to get them, roll the window down a little bit. And that's when you got them.
Yep.
But nowadays, like you said, with that push start system that's probably in every vehicle that you can buy nowadays, yeah, it's tough. But that was the thing, is get those keys out of the ignition, turn that vehicle off, because once you grab them, the vehicle can roll off and damage property, or worst case, it cause another accident. Well, Frank, here in the United States, well, I just say California, you don't send your birth certificate in. They send it to you at the hospital. If you're born in a hospital, they would take all the information down about mom, dad, the baby, all that kind of good stuff. And they send it to the local county and stuff. And then within about 2 to 3 weeks or whatever, they will send you birth certificate and the baby's social security number card. I remember in my days growing up, you didn't apply for a social security card till you hit about junior high school, maybe high school.
When you were able to work.
Yeah. That's when I remember it was about 8th or 9th grade that you put in for a social security card. Now at birth, bam, social security card. And that's part because of taxes also, that we require you to be able to verify the number of dependents you have by their social security number.
And Amazon going to shit. You know that?
What do they do to you now?
Now I'm looking through the America 250 shirts. I
Mm-hmm.
want a good looking polo and something nice,
Yeah.
but not all the bullshit on it, right? I just want something with the flag on it or something like this. And I'm finding nice shirts. Let me find the one I like. Let me show y'all. Let me see. I like one like this. Now this one I just saw the first time. Why I keep hitting the wrong thing? Like this one right here. That's nice. It's just a little different, you know?
Uh-huh.
It's nothing special. Something like that, even like I really like that one.
You don't
That
want a
was
Marine
really
Corps
nice.
one?
What do you
I've
mean?
seen some with the Marine Corps, and some they even have your name and your
Yeah.
rank on it.
but a lot of these things, these stores have never been used before, never been on there before.
Yeah,
Right.
that's why I say I get a little iffy about. I'm like, who is this?
Yeah, when I go
You're
here,
gonna find it's coming from someplace in China. That's gonna have
25%
to make it.
positive.
It takes them almost 6 weeks
Look.
to get it to you.
Yeah, 25% positive. Right.
Mhm. I see them
And
1 stars at the bottom.
yeah, and you're looking at April 17th to 28th.
Yeah.
You know, come on, man.
Now, right now, I ordered a
Coming from overseas, like Joy said, that's why.
motorized whatever chessboard will be decent
Right.
size. I ordered that last month. And I swear, when I keep checking on it, it just now left China. And I'm thinking
Wow.
they hand carved the pieces or what?
Yeah, I
Well, it's
see
like Joy said, it's
250
coming from
Marines.
China. If you ordering that from a company in America, you get it in about a week.
Yeah. But like I
You
say,
do-
even they're playing that little shell game where you'll order from a fake
Why?
or what they call storefront store in America, then they send the order to China.
Why don't you just order? You literally have a buddy that makes T-shirts. Just have Johnny make you one. Come up with your own design.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But it'd
Oh,
be
yeah.
better just to buy it on Temu US. You get it in less than a week.
And I always like the ones that is coming from overseas somewhere when they tell you, make sure you order 1 or 2 sizes bigger.
Oh God,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
like the
That's always
shirts
a
from
telltale
China.
sign.
Fucking extra large is like a small.
Yeah. That's crazy stuff.
I don't want it to be all flashy and everything.
Yeah, you do.
No, I really don't. I like this. Like, I'll show you
you
the
want to
one.
stand out in the crowd, Joe.
Bullshit. 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 I'll show you the one I like. I like this one. Something like this. It says what it needs to say, and that's it,
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I wouldn't even care about having this on it. On the sleeve would be enough,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
At least they got the flag right on the sleeve.
Yeah.
And that's April 5th. That's right off the bat. But you're paying $24. The other ones are $14 and $15.
Mm-hmm.
There's plenty of American companies that run.
That one might be coming from America. If it's $24, but usually you buy here stateside, it's always more expensive.
Now, this is the one I would love to have, but I can't find it. I even go on their site and they don't have it. This
Yeah,
one
but
right.
I'm saying there's guys that own companies
really
that are all
love this
run by veterans that do that.
Now that one's nice. I could rock that one. I even went on their site and they don't have it.
Mm.
Think of the name of that
I'll go to
company.
Temu US. Watch. I bet you. Local warehouses. They all the same shirts. All the same shirts. But they're coming from the same people. But a lot of these things are too flashy. I don't want all that shit. I want something.
Joe.
What?
Let me ask you this, Joe and Justin. What do you guys think of that Kid Rock deal?
Yeah, that's funny. I could understand. I could understand what they were doing, playing around, but I can't understand they were playing around.
Check
that right there. That right there.
They're playing around with a bunch of money worth of military equipment, and all it takes is one mistake, clip something, and then you got a big problem.
Yeah.
Joe, check that link I put in the chat. That's a company that's actually owned by veterans that make T-shirts here in the U.S.
Okay, I'm looking. I'd rather buy from them.
They're a lot, they a lot of military.
You're breaking up again.
Yeah, you're breaking up real bad, Justin.
That antenna you
Tell Sarah,
3D printed.
get her foot off your throat.
You 3D printed an antenna. Hey, I'm looking through this stuff.
Oh, like I said, with at least with them, you're supporting veterans. It might be a little bit more expensive. But
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying that
you're not getting a Chinese-made shirt.
Just buying period online, that's some of the telltale signs that you'll see is that if it's cheaper than some of the other ones, it's probably come from overseas. Because usually stateside people got to mark it up because they might have bought these in bulk from an overseas person, and now they're selling that. That's what I'm saying. Is something actually made in the U.S. All this kind of stuff, or they just reselling stuff they bought in bulk.
And if I order a Temu shirt, I got to get it. I wear an XL, so I got to get a 2XL.
Mm-hmm.
Go buy me a polo and design the thing myself. Have Johnny make it up.
But like I said, I ordered that chess set, because my oldest granddaughter, she's 20, and she's got interested in playing chess. And my son bought her a nice chessboard and for Christmas and stuff. And I'm the only one in the family that plays chess. So I figure I'd get me a chessboard and, and be able to play with my granddaughter when she comes over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My son plays chess. He's in the chess club at school.
Okay.
Will be okay with me that time?
No, but those guys actually make all their own stuff, though. They're very well known.
Yeah. Like I said,
that's a good
company. That's why
want to support something.
When I see something on Facebook that catches my attention, the first thing I do is either if they put a company name, I'll Google the name of the company, see if they got a website, check them out, and then I'll either go over to Amazon and see if they're selling it and see what's going on and stuff like that before I make a purchase. I don't like making purchases through Facebook because that's where they get you at. Because not a whole lot of information.
Yeah. I don't trust any ads from Facebook, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Facebook is so fucking scammy on the shit they sell on there.
Yeah, they keep saying there. Every time I see one, it says part of the Stickley Family Corporation.
No, every time I've never bought anything off those ads because they're just so sketchy as hell.
Yeah.
Listen. And it's usually some company will come in with they'll buy an LLC, they'll set up, they'll sell a bunch of scam shit, and then they dissolve the business and then start another one instantly and do the same thing.
That's what I said. They'll catch a trendy event or think something's gonna be trendy, like these 250 shirts. Everybody knows there's gonna be a lot of celebrations this summer, and people will want to be able to have the right attire to participate in all these 4th of July, 250 years, and all this kind of stuff. And they'll sell them off. Boom, 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 boom. And then, sometimes a month before or weeks before or right after the event, can't find them anywhere. So that's why I say I try to see what their website is, because everybody's got a website. If they don't even have a website, that's a big red flag. And then if they're not selling through, Amazon, probably in those states, or somebody else who's a legitimate company here in the States, then I say, okay, because like I say, Amazon, you have recourse.
Right.
Something ain't right. Hey, Amazon, hey, this thing come out right. Matter of fact, it's got the Croatia flag on it, not the U.S.
See, in their project they support, One of the big
Right.
things they support on their project is they do plaques for family members of
Mm-hmm.
fallen soldiers, and they'll deliver it, and they're all handmade and everything.
Yeah.
And they'll do that for the families. Like I said, this is all veteran run. This is a good company here.
Yeah.
You want to support, and they're not super. I mean, they're a little pricey, but they're not too bad. I mean,
Yeah.
and,
So Paul, how you enjoying your 2S?
It's doing okay, you know. I find that it not many changes from the last one, other than
Well, I will
you
hope
know,
not.
for the month in between I wasn't flying for the first couple days, plus with gloves on and stuff, that it was a little glitchy, but
Oh.
it was me, it wasn't the drone.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
now there was one thing they changed why he didn't have a drone that he found out was DJI did that thing where they limited the videos to 3 minutes, like sections.
Oh, in the onboard
Recording
storage or the
Firmware.
SD card
SD
storage?
card.
Because that used to
It would
be,
only record 3 minutes at a time. A little
yeah,
over.
that is a chinka. It used to be 4 or 5 minutes, I believe, on the older drones. 3 minutes is awful short.
Yeah, but what it is there's no lag in between the one and the other. It just comes in as two different
Right. Yeah. When you look on the
different
file, it'll
files.
be
Yeah.
2 different
I have to load two files instead
itself.
of one.
Yeah, it's supposed to help with like file corruption and shit, like the
Yeah.
video files messing up.
Yeah. That's what I do like about some of the newer drones, like the Mavic 3 Enterprise and the Matrice 30T I have, is that they, whatever they do, they create folders, named folders of each time you change batteries. And that's how they do theirs. Each time you change a battery, it creates a new folder with the name and stuff. So it's so much easier to, if you had to go find something and you kind of remember, well, that was my second battery when I did that. You just go to that folder, boom, find the pictures or the video clip that you did.
Yeah, it's not that it's not recording. It's just not recording in succession. It just comes in as two files that I have to upload. But when I upload it into my program, it's seamless, you know.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Hey, Jason.
Yeah, he's been here for a minute.
I didn't realize he'd stopped in.
Yeah, he stopped here for a hot minute.
A while ago, yeah.
So nobody that we associate with got the 360 in yet?
Joe's got one ordered, doesn't he?
AZ
No.
should be here sometime this week. He ordered it the day it dropped.
Oh, is that?
He said it was going to be here sometime this week. He hadn't messaged me and said he got it, so I don't think he's gotten his yet. Normally he'll send me a picture of something new he gets.
Yeah. All righty. Well, got things to do today, folks, so I'm gonna skedaddle. And y'all have
Okay,
a
I'm gonna jump off too.
enjoy yourself.
I'll catch y'all later.
I guess we're just gonna shut her down, huh?
Yeah, well, I got to do some running around, get these last minute details done for my mom's services coming up this week.
Hey, everybody. Hey, thanks for being here. We'll see y'all again later today. Bye for now.